Hey guys, it's Kelvlogs. This is going to be a new series I've called my gaming collection. Basically just going to be updating you on the games that I acquire, and right now I'm going to be updating you on, well, my gaming collection as it is. First I'm going to go over the games that I have physical copies of, then I'll show the virtual console along with arcade, stuff on the PS3, and stuff on my computer. But first off, I'm going to be starting with Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger. Kind of out of order, but anyway, I'll start with Chrono Trigger. Let's see. Before I got the DS version, I had never owned a physical copy of this game, but the first time I played it was when it came bundled with Final Fantasy IV. I remember renting that, and I didn't complete it then. I didn't really have that much of an interest in it then because I don't know, it just didn't stand out to me like the Final Fantasy titles did, and I didn't really have a good excuse as to why that was. I guess I was just more drawn to the Final Fantasy name, but it's an amazing game, and for it to be remade on the DS, that's awesome. The music is awesome because it has one of the best composers on the freaking planet, Yasunori Mitsuda. Uh, I have a poster of it on my wall. It came with the game. Uh, the characters are awesome. Uh, Frog and I don't know. I kind of have a tie between Frog and Chrono. Or no. Magus, Frog, and Chrono. Because Magus is just awesome. I won't give too many spoilers away in the game, but I don't know. It's an amazing game. If you're a fan of RPGs or JRPGs, definitely pick this up on the DS. Square Enix was going to release a sequel to Chrono Cross called Chrono Break if Chrono Trigger sold a decent amount. And I think it sold in the millions or so, and they said that still wasn't enough. So, I don't know, I'm kind of upset about that, but, hopefully a new game in the Chrono series will surface. But, anyway, Chrono Cross. Now, this isn't the original case, as you may notice. The original one broke, so I had to just salvage what I could and just get everything into one case and just kind of jam-pack the discs. And on the first disc, sometimes the game will freeze on startup, which is kind of disappointing, but nostalgic, I think. And you can't actually get Mojo with this copy. When you go into the hut to get them, it freezes. So if I were to ever LP this game, I'd have to get a newer copy, which I plan on doing. But, it's such an amazing game. The music, I think, is much better than Chrono Trigger. I actually prefer the game to Chrono Trigger, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but that's just how I feel. And, I don't know. A lot of people say the plot is convoluted. At later points in the game, it can be. And, I was just about to spoil something, but I'll try to refrain from spoilers. But, it's awesome. It's awesome to see a main character with blue hair using a swallow as opposed to just a typical sword or something. I thought that was pretty cool. The plethora of accents you can find in the game is really awesome because it just goes into character depth, even if they aren't usable characters. I really like that. I could talk all day about this game, but I'll kind of keep it brief for the others. My Final Fantasy title. I have 7. I have 8 on my PS3. 9, 10, and 10-2. I'll talk about 7 first. Now, 7 is my favorite game of all time. Definitely my favorite Final Fantasy. Mostly because of Sephiroth. I just love him as a character. He's my favorite character out of anything. Nobuo Uematsu just did a great job for this soundtrack. I could literally listen to this soundtrack for like a week straight. Let me think. There are tons of things that I want to hit on, but I don't want to miss out on anything or just go on a tangent. And also I don't want to give spoilers. Sephiroth's story is tragic, but many people depict him as the true villain when I don't think he's actually the true villain. I think he's being used by 2 other sources, and I won't go into detail on how. But yeah, I mean, and this is probably the game that I am looking forward to LPing the most, as long as it's going to be. I really don't want anything to go wrong with this because I don't know, it holds a special place in my gaming library, and it's just awesome. Definitely pick it up if you're a fan of RPGs, of how they used to be, which is good. Final Fantasy VIII I'll talk about when I get to it on the PS3. Final Fantasy IX, another amazing game, and many people overlook it. I don't know why, because it basically retracts to how original exploration and stuff was done in Final Fantasy. It brings back the overworld map. The graphics are not amazing, but it kind of takes what was cool about 8 and 7 and kind of compacts them, I guess. Maybe I'm the only one who saw that. But, you know, Zidane is a little androgynous, but, you know, Vivi is probably the coolest character in the game, in my opinion. It's kind of cool to make fun of Steiner sometimes. And you know what I thought was weird? Eiko isn't actually on the cover. I was looking over that the other day, and I was like, oh, why isn't Eiko on the cover? Because, like, she has more of an... She pertains to the story a bit more than Amaranth does, you know? And neither is Freya. I thought Freya was pretty cool, but the music's awesome, the story is pretty cool. Kuja's an awesome villain. He's kind of like, well, I don't want to say elegant, but that's the only word that comes to mind, and I'm trying to speed this up. He's kind of elegant, intelligent, and conniving, you know? He really does that well. I think Seymour tried to do that, and he just ended up being that annoying guy that you fight throughout the game, you know? Kind of like that guy in Paper Mario, the little dinosaur thing. I forget his name, but anyway, moving on to Final Fantasy X. Now, Final Fantasy X, the story kind of gets rushed a bit in the end, and doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I can overlook that for the gameplay and the music. Blitzball is awesome, although I think they should make their own Blitzball game. I really think that would sell well, because every time I play this game, I always just become so overpowered in Blitzball within the first couple of matches, and I don't know, it just doesn't sit well. And I've gotten Jet Shot 2 once, and that was a pain in the ass because you're basically just going against fodder. But anyway, I love the Sphere Grid system. So many people say that they were confused by it. There's nothing confusing about it. I mean, I didn't even pay attention to the tutorial, and I picked it up. But, yeah, Final Fantasy X, awesome game. Now, 10-2. I'll admit, it's a guilty pleasure. It really is. I mean, I love the ability system. I love the battle system. They ruined Blitzball. They just ruined the characters. They kind of, I mean, I'm all for character development, but when you change Yuna from a doormat into kind of a, well, slut, not really a slut, but it's funnier to say it that way. And you know that is hinting, I mean, there's just tons of fan service in this game, so anything you can say about their demeanor is just not too outlandish. Riku, I mean, hell, I'm all for scantily clad women, but come on. She's like, what, like 15, 16 in that game? Anyway, moving on to Jak and Daxter. I don't like the games that came after it. I do not like the direction it was taken in. I mean, honestly, it doesn't need to be dark. It doesn't need to be turned into Grand Theft Auto. Personally, I've actually never beaten the game because I got to the last boss like years ago when I first started playing it, and my dad deleted my save file. So I'll be revisiting that sometime in the future, probably before I LP it. And yeah, the jokes don't really hold up well, but it's an awesome platformer. I really think you should pick it up if you're a fan of 3D platformers, or even 2D for that matter. Kessen 2, not much to say about this. You know how I feel. Guess I'm just showing it off for some reason. I don't know. I really don't have anything to say about it right now. Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, Kingdom Hearts, Gets a lot of crap, and rightfully so, honestly. Disney, the whole Disney aspect to it, I think, should be whittled down, you know. I've heard that Square Enix is going to have a bigger hand in developing it, or developing Kingdom Hearts 3. So hopefully that'll turn out awesome. What I did like about the first one was, you know, I love action RPGs, so I'm a big fan of the battle system. I love the fact that Sephiroth was just insanely hard in the first one, but in the second one he was a bit watered down. And it was kind of gay that he wanted the Keyblade. I'd want the Masamune over the Keyblade any day, even if I couldn't wield the Masamune. I'd want something that's actually a sword, you know? Not to say that I'm opposed to weapons that aren't swords, but it's called the Keyblade and it's not a blade. But anyway, yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't know. The gummy system was better. The combat was a bit improved. Story's still kind of cheesy, but what do you expect? Disney had a part in it. So, yeah. Riku, Yuna, and Pain's part in the game was just unnecessary. It seems like they could have put anyone there and it wouldn't have really mattered. Especially initially, well, no, never mind. Spoilers, even though I know it doesn't really pertain to the story that much, but I don't want to give out spoilers. And it's not like it's a spoiler though, they're in the game, it's on the case. But anyway, let's see, could I cover, not really sure if I want to. Well, I could hurry up and do it. Anyway, Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and 4. Love this series. 3 is probably my favorite. I love the stealth aspect. I love deciding upon camo, or multiple combinations of camo in 3 to better suit your environment. It's awesome. I love the Cobra unit. The End is probably my favorite villain in any Metal Gear Solid game. 2 was awesome, even though Snake was downplayed. I kind of liked Raiden. I don't know. Maybe it was just the gameplay elements that allowed me to like him. Of course, they could have put anybody there, and because the gameplay was awesome, I probably could have just gotten used to them. But 4 was awesome. I prefer the music in 3, but 4 was pretty cool. I didn't like how they changed the gameplay, but you know, and the villains were just kind of lame, just kind of rehashes of the originals. But you know, whatever. It was still an amazing game. There was something I wanted to say about it, but I can't remember now. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah. I'm almost up to 13 minutes. I don't want to go on a tangent on any more. So yeah, this has been Kelvlogs with part 1 to my gaming collection series. Have a nice day and keep on gaming.